Okay, so we are live. Let me double check the stream is all up. Okay, good. Cool. Let me share this. Let me get my Discord. Actually, I'm curious. Would this take me to the current live stream? No, it takes me to the old one. Okay. Sorry, guys. I am currently. Okay, so we are back to coding. So we are continuing to work on our Fogent Roleplay automated character sheet here, and right now we are setting up the calculations. Let me turn on the music. It's kind of loud. Hopefully it's just like a background noise for you guys and it's not that loud. That's kind of my hope. Let me go ahead and just post this to my friends. Okay, so let's get into this. So what we're doing now is we are going ahead and we moved over a bunch of lots. So last time what we did, we moved over a ton of logic from our old automated character sheet into our new character sheet. So what we're doing right now is we're just defining a really simple function. So under skill here, I'm making a generalizable function called calculate, and actually, it'll actually be called so this is just going to be a function that's going to calculate our dice pool for our skill. It's going to take in this calculate dice pool data, which will be some really common dice pool penalties and dice modifications that can, excuse me, that can be applied to our character into his skills. We're gonna actually want to do this though to where we're gonna want to do this on a higher order skill by skill basis. So skill here represents kind of this generic skill, and skill is a one piece of a core skill or a vocation skill, and a core skill is a skill with a governing attribute, and the whole difference is on a governing attribute, or a governing attribute is only for core skills because core skills only have one governing attribute, whereas vocational skills can have multiple governing attributes. Because of that, we need to make sure there's two different types for each individual one, and the calculation for each one, while they'll be the majority similar, they will be slightly different. I guess one way we could get around it is by because the problem with this calculation, essentially modify dice pool by dice pool mod list. What it does, it takes a dice pool and it takes a bunch of dice pool mod list, and a dice pool mod is like either gaining or losing dice into that dice pool for the game. And so, oh, Warren, is that you? So I see somebody joined the chat. So, but essentially, I need to make sure that when this calculation occurs, we do it all at once because there's some edge cases where if you're not doing it in the certain order, you can actually end up going into like you can end up wasting negative penalties essentially. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna break. Actually, we'll do this. I often feel a lot of times is actually do it the way that you like first comes to your mind, and then if you need to go back and refactor it because it's so easy with F sharp, then do it that way. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put it down here. This will be the explicit one for calculating the core skill dice pool, and I am gonna need to go ahead and grab here. We already have skills, so I think we're good. The only thing we're missing here is some indentation because I'm a silly goose. And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to go and grab dice pool mod. That should give us that function. And then we also will need the base dice pool. But this makes sense because a core skill is composing all of these things together. So our types are correct. All right, so we went ahead and now we have this function down here. We do want to go ahead though and fill up this list here with the data that is within calculate dice pool data. We're going to do that with just some simple piping stuff. So the first thing that we take in from calculate dice pool data is the base dice. That's already being counted as our base dice here. And we're defaulting here if the base dice pool doesn't exist. So if they give us none as the type here, so in calculate dice pool data, if they don't give us one and they just give us none, then we're going to assume that we're going to use the base dice pool. So then what we're going to do, because that way what's nice is that way I can, if I pass down something, that means that the item has changed the base dice pool, like an item tier, for whatever skill we're affecting. Otherwise, I can assume that it's just the base dice, and I can just use that. I am getting a error here as well, so I am going to do open neg 1 to 5, and we're going to chuck this guy in. So then let's start converting some stuff. So the first thing we're going to do is let's handle our skill level here first, actually. So we need to convert a skill level, which is -1 to 5, to a dice pool mod. Now, what we can do is we can take our skill level. There's a function that's called neg 1 to 2 to int, so it converts it to an integer. We can then take that integer and I believe call int to d6 dice pool mod, which is perfect, to d6 dice pool mod, and that's perfect. There we go. So then this should give us a dice pool mod at the end of this. Then we can go ahead and do the various different things inside of calculate dice pool data here. So we can go ahead and do the injury dice pool penalty. So we can say injury, and I love how clean F sharp is here with this. I like having all of the things that I'm taking in, and I can see what they are, and then I can do the operations I need on them over here to the right, so that they can fit inside of this list. All we're gonna do on this is just do a dice pool penalty. This should. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's gonna be remove dice. Oh, you're angry at me, huh? Of course you're angry at me. Uh, we are gonna do one smart, clever thing here. So we could just, for each of these cases down here, go ahead and write dice pool calculation data and then use the dot operator to extract out what we're looking at. I'm going to do this little trick here. So we can do let, and we can go ahead and pull apart. And let me double check here. I think I have an example right up here of how I do it. Doopa doopa doo. I just think it's a little bit more clean because then I don't have to rewrite that thing every single time. Where did I do it? No. It'll be here in a second. I have definitely done this. Now, I don't know if I have it currently in my project. It might be my older project here. Doopa doopa doo. Is it under dice pool? Doopa doo. Yes, this. Okay, so you can just say what it is in there, and then you can reference it out. Honestly, I don't know. It actually might be simpler just to say dice pool calculation data. Well, we'll just code it, and then if we need to, we can rename it. Like that's really easy. So we have that. The next thing we're gonna want, we are gonna do this. So we'll do dice pool calculation data. We can then take the dice pool calculation data. We can grab our item effect dice pool mod. Nice. And then we can also grab our dice pool calculation data, and we can grab the weight class dice penalty, and we can do remove dice on this as well. And then, so we've done the weight class, the item class, the injury, and the base dice, and we factored in our skill. Perfect. So then, I think all we have to do is I think all we're going to do here now is call this. So we have calculate core skill dice pool. And let me go ahead and turn on a light here. It's so freaking dark. We can go ahead now that we have this, and we can take calculate core skill dice pool. We can zip on over here to core skill. And, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, core skill. And we can use it here. So instead of calling this on an empty dice pool, we can actually give it here. So we're going to give this. And it doesn't know where this is from because we do have core skill. It's expecting some stuff. So we're going to give it here our our message, and we're also going to give it here the other thing this takes. It takes a dice pool calculation data, which we've provided, and it also takes the skill level. So we can do model dot skill dot level. Cool. And so now what's really cool is that we have a message here that's going to take in our calculate dice pool data from our parent component. He's going to pass it down to us, and then with that, he is going to go ahead and recalculate the core skill dice pool, which is perfect. And let's see, what errors do I have right now? I think the only errors I have is because of app stuff. Yeah. What are you angry about? What are you angry about, sir? Type mismatch expecting program, blah, blah. Oh. I think here, I don't need this anymore. Ooh. Why are you angry at me, sir? Let's go to definition here. Right, we don't need this anymore. Because we're actually going to handle this. And then we don't need governing attribute either, because we're going to let our parent take care of this for us. We can fix up our view down here. So we do still want to list over this, but we don't want to be doing our logic for determining what's going on in this position. So we're in core skill list here. We don't want to be doing the because like the child should only be thinking about itself. Great. The list should be thinking about the grander context. There actually will be a step between a core skill list and what the different attributes are and what the different governing core skill, because this could be for strength, reflex, or intelligence here. This could be for anything we want. So what I'm actually going to go ahead and do, we do want a list, and we do want to do a list, but we don't want to do this conditional logic here, and we don't need the core skill dice pool. We just need the index and the core skill, so we can get rid of the 2 here. We can get rid of our core skill dice pool here, because that won't be necessary anymore. We don't need this if at all. So we can get rid of all of this. And I'm wondering, do we even want, we have our map. So map I here should be going over the stuff, carrying along with it the index. Core skill is getting frustrated. The value is not a function and cannot be applied. So it doesn't recognize core skill view here. Let's go over to core skill here. Did I rename anything? Module core skill. I might just need to include core skill up here. No, I have. Oh, I don't need core skill dice pull down here. So there's that. And then this is producing U, where U is what? What is U in our example? U is a core skill message and to a unit, which seems right. Because basically what I want to do is map over the entire list here, and I want to wrap it in this. Why are you getting angry with me? What did I do? I have index, I have core skill, I have modify a position, you give index and you give a message. Because I do still want modify core skill at position. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. See, now it's saying here that I'm never using it. I will also read the entire thing. No overloader match found for method UL. Is it because I can just do this? Because it is just a list. Here, I can guarantee that we're just being stupid here. So let's figure out our problem here. Sometimes using a let, doing sing temp like this really helps out. Yeah, so the problem is here, because eventually I want to call this on temp. Temp here is a list of, oh, so you know what it is? It's really simple. Yeah, we're not providing. Okay, so that's my bad. So right here, yeah, I'm being stupid. I'm being dumb. I had accidentally fixed this function over here, thinking I'd fix core skill because it's core skill list and core skill. They're so similar that I removed that core skill list input variable at the top, but I freaking forgot that I was in the wrong file. Okay, that's all good. So then this should all work. So now we can actually just do this. Delete all. Oops, not all that. We want that. And then we can do HTML and list over this. We can just wrap this here so that it plays nicely. And that'll do it. Okay. Any more errors here? The value or constructor, core skill dice pool. Yes, we gotta fix this. Because now we don't need to do this, we still need to do the conversion here, but we're not going to, core skill dice pool doesn't exist anymore. So we're just going to do model dot skill, or no, yes, dot dice pool. Perfect. And then I think we have no more errors now. Would you look at that? It's wonderful. Alrighty. With that, we are going to go ahead and commit all this. Fixed core skill dice pool. Gonna commit that. And let's go ahead and do a .NET run here. And then our next job will be to start putting this all on the character. So actually, assuming this all works and we're good, we're going to start building up the character component. Got changed and shared, huh? Weird. Doopa doopa doo. Okay. So our server is up and running. Let's see here. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, we have a couple of our core skills working here. Nice. So now what we need to do, what I'm going to actually do is kind of do, we're going to skip ahead a little bit here. And instead of building the logic that's going to represent the entire attribute and core skill table, we're actually going to go ahead here and probably go ahead and build up our, and just for reference here, so what we've basically made so far, and I actually really like the fact that I built the character sheet originally in Markdown because it's so easy now to just look at this and kind of say, hey, what are we going for? And of course, we're going to do a lot of like UI UX improvements, so don't make fun of me if you're watching this. But let's see here. Okay, we're inside of here. We get Codium. So this is the look we're kind of going for here. So what we've effectively done here, and again, like, I'm gonna lay things out nicer, but here's like a really like a fully fleshed out character sheet here. What we just did is this little thing right here, and we actually made it so we actually did this entire list right here. We're gonna need to make some logic for doing this entire thing here, like this, where it groups them all together. But I want to go ahead and start building up character. So character is the type that's going to represent the entire character. So all of this. So this entire page is essentially a character. And so, with that in mind, I'm going to take a bathroom break. I will be right back. And I will be right back. And I'm back. And we're going to have a programming dog join us. Okay. So, got my programming dog. So, let's go ahead and build up our next component. Oh, Schmigel, you keep bumping into the mic. Here, turn this way. Turn this way. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay. Good dog. So, what are we doing here? So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead, we're going to go over to our ionide, we're going to make a new thing in our client. I'm going to call this character. And our character is going to sit way at the bottom here. And he's going to sit between everything and our index. So, then a character here, we can reference our old code. Okay, let's run this. Do this. And we can look here once it loads at kind of what project use or what character use look like. And I'd like to dramatically simplify, though this is going to be the place of most complexity because things are all going to come together here, which is totally fine. Actually, this is where I want to handle my complexity, if I have any. So what is the type of character that we used to have? Let this all load. It's going to have to think for a second here. But we'll end up taking this all over here. And we can do this one chunk at a time. And let's see. Yeah, see, we're not going to be doing this anymore, where we pass down additional things. We're going to, if we need that somewhere, we're going to pass it down as data. In general, if we can help it. Let this load. I'm just reading over this old stuff here. I mean, we can start with a really basic format, to be honest. Look how complicated I made this. Though actually some of this stuff like movement speed calculation map and stuff, This could be the right way to do this stuff. I don't think it is. I think we're going to be able to vastly simplify this part here. So let's go ahead. Let's just start writing code then. So over here, we're going to need... Actually, we can just do this, can't we? Nah, I'm going to code it from scratch because honestly what we have over here is kind of filthy. So the first thing we're going to do, we need, as always, a module, a character. We're going to go ahead and define over in our library. We're going to shrink everything. Module, character, and a character is going to have the type character, and a character is going to have within it, they're going to have a name, so a name is going to be a string, and actually, so they'll have a name, they'll have, trying to pick crap out of my dog's eye. It'll have, what'll it have? He'll have attributes. Actually, attribute stats. Then he'll have core skills. Interesting. I'm asking myself a question here. Is it better to Schmiegel? You're just big up. You're distracting me, sir. Look at him. He's so cute. Ugh. You're distracting me. I'm trying to work. I know you're sleepy. Go over here. Sit in your bed. I don't think this is gonna satisfy him though. I think he wants attention right now. There you go. Sit there, buddy. You're good. Alrighty. Okay, so we'll do this for right now. We got core skills, so it's gonna be a core skill list. Oh, see, I don't even know if that's the right way to do it. You might want to group your attributes and your core skills together. And then because you can handle things... This is going to be a little bit difficult here. I'm thinking about this. Because does an attribute have core skills? Yeah, it kind of does. Oh, this is interesting. Well, here, we actually do need to do Fogent here. Oh, no, I'm good. I might change it so an attribute stat includes core skills. sense, actually. Attribute, the stat, and then you could have core skills. And then this should probably be better. Open core skill, but core skill is defined down here, so core skill gets defined before attribute. So it gets defined before attribute stat, but not before attribute, which makes sense. So then you don't need this here, and then you can group things. Yeah, this is much better. This is definitely gonna work better. List. Alrighty, I'm happy with this so far. What's this complaining about? Ah, yes. Attribute stat does need to contain, as it's init here. Okay, let's save this and commit this. Okay, we did that. So what we're going to want to do now, oops, go over to our character. We do want, okay, so character is interesting. So character actually needs to be a bit more complicated than everything else, because character is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, no, he doesn't take commands. Is it only in, I think I made this so that only index took in commands, which actually I like. Yeah, only, who takes commands? Yeah. So my update for character is unaware. Yeah, that's exactly right, because character should be deterministic. Perfect. So then I don't, we are going to start setting up our index though. That's important. That is actually really important. Let's see if we can't grab our data here. Let's go over here and let's fix up our index. So instead of our index being this whole junk, delete this, paste this in here, and he's gonna get real angry at us here for a second here, but we'll fix everything. So index, Elmish, Fable remoting, shared. It's gonna be Fogent Roleplay Library, fallen data. Fallen data is not defined, so fallen data will be Fogent data now, and it's gonna come from, if I'm not mistaken, we go back over here to look at our old code. Where was Fogent data? Where's the data? I can look at character here to go find it. Character. No, I want to go to top here. Doopa doopa doo. one level higher up. Where are you defined, sir? You're in my shared, okay. So I will bring over my shared. Actually, I don't even know if it's worth doing it at this point, because this is gonna get so angry at me, because none of these things exist right now. So what we might, we'll bring it over, and then we're gonna remove a ton of stuff, and then we'll make it fit for now. So there's my shared. So shared over here, this is actually where you define a lot of your common API stuff. So we'll say fallen lib, and we're going to replace all that with Fogent lib. Oh, Fogent roleplay lib, dang it. Okay. So yeah, it does not know what half this stuff is. The only thing we should really need from here right now is attribute and core skill. Everything else I think will be commented out for now. Actually, can't I just do a Control K? Cool. So we can take all these things out right now. And actually, we can just go ahead and get rid of these for now. Actually, no, we'll leave them, because we do want to add these back at some point here. We have our route builder here. So route builder here, let me go ahead and just simplify this. So essentially route here, oops. Builder here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, builder is what we use over an app. Actually, where is builder used? That's a great question. It's used in shared, it's used over in the server. Yeah, I'm sorry. So it's used over in server and in the index. So whenever we establish these fallen APIs, so builder, if I'm not mistaken, is a function that takes in a type name and a method name, and then it produces this, it returns back a string that is like a route to whatever that API is you set. Okay. So we don't need half of this right now. And we can just do, I believe, control here to comment that. But we do have our fallen data now, which we're going to rename. Fogent data. Okay. Okay. So now we do have these stuff, so we can actually start filling out our server a bit actually. So our server for right now, we're gonna just go fetch our data from over here. From this one, my old server code. Okay, we are going to comment out a tremendous amount of this for right now because we don't need any of this right now. And actually, there's a lot of these where we might not ever need these. So one thing we are going to do, anywhere it says this, we're going to say replace fallen lib with Fogent Roleplay lib. And it's going to be like, what are all these things? Which is totally cool. We are going to actually go ahead and just comment out a bunch of this stuff for right now. We will be refining this. This I promise. Before we go deeper, we do need to resolve this FS data, so we need to get this data package. So if I'm not mistaken, F# data. F# data package. Where is my install command? Where's my packet? My command line. It should be really easy. Beautiful. So we can just run this right here, .NET add package, F# data, and we give it the version we want. So we will go ahead and add this over to hither. Wrong editor. Oops. Ooh, we did something weird there. Whatever this is, we do not want. And then was that included at the end there, the tilde? Tilde was not there at the end, so it must have been some weird, like, I don't know, some copy-paste stuff. So that's going to install the data one for us, so then we should see this resolve itself. And while it's fixing that, because we need CSV data here, we're going to look at a lot of this. Let this finish its thing here. I want to make sure this all works. Is this guy having a hard time figuring out what to do? Boom, easy peasy. So now if we go back up to the top here, if I reopen server, we should get, why is it still angry? Did this not work? Oh, version. Maybe I can't do version like that. Okay. Can I just do this? Okay. Let's see if this works. Why it wouldn't be is kind of weird. Do I need to maybe surround version with the double ticks? Or is it something here where it's getting angry at the Nick store? Because it's going into the Nick store in order to... Does this need to be added from here? Is it something where it's like because I'm in my dev shell, this wouldn't work? Oh, I'm being so stupid. I'm being really dumb. Okay, so I was trying to install F# data so that I can read CSV files. I'm in my solution folder basically right now. I need to figure out the specific project that I want F# data to be on. So we're going to cd into server because that's actually what we want to do. So I'm sorry, hold on, I'm super stupid. Into our source, into our client, or not client, server, please. And now we're gonna run our command. I'm stupid. I literally did this the last time. I did this the exact same thing last time, and I'm so stupid. Oh. Hey, if you're watching this stream, you're getting the real deal. Oh, so stupid. Okay, let's see if this actually fixes it. It should be, because I think that was my exact problem, where it was saying, oh, I cleared my freaking thing now so I can't see it, but that should be the problem. I wasn't actually inside of a project, essentially. While that's figuring out what it wants to do, I'm going to decide how much of this file I want to comment out. So what this file is going to be our server for now, because I actually do eventually want to have a really robust database and everything. For right now, all our server is going to be is just grabbing data off of our CSV folder, files that I edit, and that's what fallen data used to be, is a bunch of CSV files. So if I go over to here and we go into our server, yes, server, where is my fallen data? Oh, well, yeah, actually, fallen data, he lives up here in the root, because fallen data is technically a Git submodule. So this is like, want to look at all the different items that exist in the game. Here, oh. Does it not, does my, oh, it doesn't work anymore, that's too bad. But here's all the different weapons and items, and there's some gambits and armor, and so this is all the stuff that I can digest. So what we're going to do is we're going to remember how to add a Git submodule, and we're going to add it over into our new project. That way we can have the data with us. Okay, did this finish up over here, or is it still angry? Darn it! Okay, it doesn't like the version parameter, but I don't think I need to specify version. I think I can just do .NET add package F# data. This should work unless my freaking Nick store is making this harder for it. I don't know why it would be. If it is, then I gotta go ask my friend. Don't worry. And let's read what the error was. So it was trying to restore packages. That looks right. Unable to load service index for source. Package F# data is not compatible with all the specific frameworks in the project. Oh. Well, that could be it. Which package? F# data is not compatible with all specified frameworks in the project. Okay. What are the? Ooh. What are my different? So we have shared. So is there something in here that it doesn't like? I wish it would tell me which of these, NuGet command line explat package add options. Very strange. Okay, I literally, I'm a little bit stumped. Well, when you're stumped, you know what you do? You ask an AI, because we're living in a new world. So let's see if Finn knows anything about this. I'm hoping I'm doing something really dumb here. But this is kind of weird. Adding package reference for package, so it tried to add that to server.fsproj, which is right. But then it was unable to load the service index for the source. Very strange. Well, I will say actually, so this one here, originally when we did it, it's actually, no, we need to rethink this, because actually, here when I removed the version at the end of it, see now this here is saying unable to load the service index for the source, and this makes me think that it's something to do with why, like, I'm actually thinking now that that version is required there at the end. Well, here, let's go ahead, and because literally, like, for sanity check's sake, right? Yeah, .NET add package, and they specify the version, so that should work. Actually, I could use packet. Let's try packet. Maybe packet will save us here. If it does, though, I would prefer to either stick to using one package manager for everything. But let's see here. If we can get us off the ground, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I don't have packet. Okay, so I have NuGet. Drat. Okay, well here, let's go ahead and we're software engineers, right? We can do this. So I believe the command I'm going to give it here is this. So we're going to give this over here and ask Find. I love Find. Why am I getting this error? Network connectivity, verifying. Ooh. It says network connectivity. Let's see, can I get to this? Is streaming like somehow messing with being able to talk to this here? Okay, so we can get this, so that's not the problem. Verify the NuGet server status. Check if the NuGet server is up and running. Oh, wait hold on. No, we're not running right now. So we're not running like the servers. That's not doing anything. Right? Like our, yeah, that's not running right now. Okay. Check NuGet configuration. Ensure that your NuGet configuration is correct. This includes. So my NuGet config. Let's go look at my NuGet config here then. I do not have a NuGet config. Very confused. So we don't have packet. We run the command. Oh, now it works. What the heck? What? Was it just literally like there was a bad network connection and then we just like got unlucky twice? All right. Problem solved. So the whole reason we went down that was so that we can do f#.data, and this has a handy dandy CSV file reader in here. So we can read CSV files. We are going to go ahead. Now a lot of this we don't need right now. So we will comment out the majority of this as we're working through it. The big things that we do want to keep though are, we don't need engageable opponents right now, and so we can basically we're going to uncomment these whenever we bring in this data. But for right now we don't need any of this. And actually, to be honest, probably a lot of this we're going to remake. We do want attribute data. So here we can go ahead and comment this stuff out. We're not going to need this. We want the attribute data, the core skill data. We definitely want that. We want attribute name data. We do want the attribute name data. The attribute map. That's fine. Map and string to attributes. That's okay. We're gonna have to rename attribute name. Magic skills, and I think everything else can get commented. Dude, this is so, it's kind of crazy looking at my old code here and just seeing like how much better I think I am now, I guess, but also how much it was worthwhile going back while I was building the game and actually focusing on finishing the rules and looking at what I thought the rules were going to be like and how I really couldn't have accounted. Like, I literally had to do the hard work of going to the whiteboard and finishing this. This is crazy. It's like, I can see a lot of things in here. I can see a lot of things in here where, yeah, this is really cool. Yeah, that's why, like, I don't want to delete my old branch. I'd love to keep my old branch around and just, like, it just always amazes me, like, how how soon you realize your code is crap. It's really funny. Okay, all this, yep. Man, there's so much. And my curious thing is to see string to item class list. Yeah, we don't need any of this. Don't need any of this, but we will need this at the bottom here. Okay, and then it's not fallen. Data over here, it's Fogent, Roleplay. And then the only things we're going to need here are this. We can go indeed rename this here to Fogent Roleplay. Wabam! Now we're thinking with portals. What was this type? Hold on. Where was this? Is this defined in here? Oh, so this is like... Oh, my friends wanna play video games, but my friends want to game. Okay. I do want to finish this last part though. I just want to get this stable. So actually, what we can do, we can go over here and look and see what it was. This. Scroll to the bottom here. Gotcha. So it's just literally referencing it outside of it. Okay, I'm freaking stupid. It's a module. Well, what did I do there? Oh, you can hold this like that? I didn't know you could do that. Weird. I didn't know you could do that in XOS. Okay, so then all we need to do is indeed just call it whatever we called this up here. So if I just zoom on up. Oh, this dude's still angry at me. I gotta comment you out. And then as for this, so you know what, I will do this tomorrow. It is really late, and I promised my friend to go see him. But all we're gonna do the next stream is we're going to start making it so we can directly be feeding in data. Because what I don't want to do is be working on stuff and not feeding in data and seeing it actually work as we go. So we'll handle that next time. We are going to commit all of this though. Good progress. Added the server side. But we will deal with that in a different stream. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I will catch you in the next one.